Do your best impression of me. Both. We both have.
Both?
Just oh my god!
Sorry.
No! I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Also, I've told you this, but like, since coming to school, you've become so much of that. Oh my god, like this guy. And I'm sorry.
That too.
Oh, really?
I say like too much now.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your impression of you.
Try.
I mean, like wearing the coolest outfit always, and you're carrying your big art bag, and you're listening to some really, really strong jazz music, and you're just bopping around across Voss doing your thing with your art. You say hi to everyone. Your hair's blowing in the wind.
Very flattering. Very flattering imagery.
It's true.
Oh, yes, personalized question. Do we relate differently to our religious upbringing?
Ooh. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Go.
As soon as we left, I think you were, well, we talked about this, but you were more angry about it. I think it came as more of a shock to you.
Interesting.
And I think I wasn't expecting it, but I was phasing out in my mind kind of slowly.
Really?
A little bit.
Okay.
I feel like I had less to lose kind of in my emotional relationships with people. What? You don't think so?
I think it's exactly the opposite.
Really? I felt like you had more friends in it.
What?
Listen.
Okay.
More friends in it that you were closer to. No?
How have we never talked about this? Because literally, whenever I tell my friends this story, I'm like, oh, how did it affect you? I'm like, oh, well, I was a career kid growing up in the church. I was ready to leave. I didn't believe anything anyway. But Parker had so many friends, and Parker had been to EFY and all these things, and like, it was so upsetting to her. Because you remember, you cried. I didn't cry.
I just thought you were more angry.
Oh, I was angry, but I didn't realize it in the moment. I was smiling, I was laughing, but
then why were you angry?
I don't want to leave. Because it affected me more than I wish it had. And I'm still skeptical when I say this, but I don't think I believed a lot of what we were taught. And it came as a really big shock to me when mom and dad were like, yeah, actually all this stuff that we really believed growing up, like it's actually not true. And I was like, yeah, duh, it's like, it's fairy tales. I'm like, what do you mean? And so my immediate reaction was, yeah, like I'm ready to leave this all behind. I'm ready to go. And then, a couple years of like feeling really down and really depressed. And I was like, I have no idea why I'm feeling this way. It affected me in like a delayed reaction that I wish it hadn't. I was so frustrated that I was like, why can't I just forget about this? Why are people bringing it up? Why are mom and Parker researching this? Like, why don't we just leave it in the past? And I thought because you'd been to EFY, I thought you had more friends than I did. It was emotionally very difficult for you to leave all that behind, even if it didn't have anything to do with like the ideological stuff. But that's so weird.
I guess in the moment, I felt like it hit you harder than it hit me. Kind of in that summer, in the coming, year or two.
In the year or two, yeah.
It hit me way more than I thought it would when I came to college.
Yeah.
And then I realized how much all these things that we were taught, how much I'd internalized.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. I was so emotionally disconnected from it, I thought.
Yeah.
Because I had finished high school. I was going to a different school than, I thought I was going to go to for most of my life. Felt like I was ready and good and ready to start over. And I got to college, and it just all kind of came flooding back.
Yeah.
It affected how I dated, how I picked my major.
Of course.
What extracurriculars I was involved in, how I viewed any of the information I was learning in college classes was still all through that lens, and I didn't know that I had been so deeply affected by it until I was by myself on the other side of the world. Figuring all that out.
I never really thought about that. You were by yourself.
I was all by myself.
But then part of the amazing thing was me realizing coming to college, making this big change does bring up all these emotions. And I had you to come to for that. And you said it was the exact same way my freshman year.
Yeah.
And that was so validating and so comforting for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good to talk to you about that too.
Yeah?
Because I felt for a while there was no one that understood. You know?
I'm literally the one other person.
Yeah. No, and it's very specific experience. And I'm sure there's more people that have gone through it that we don't know.
Of course.
But
going through that and not being in the US for it is also different, I'm learning. Like not growing up like that in the US.
It's very different.
It was a different culture. It was
totally
a different experience.
Yeah. Do you talk about it with your friends?
More than I'd like
know?
to.
Okay.
They all know some version.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all know the late night Alexa breaking down about your stuff. They all know some version, but I've told different people different things, and it's come up in different contexts. You know, the people who came to see my dance show, you know, they know a different side of it. But there are people I wish knew more, and people I wish knew less, because I also find myself oversharing about this all the time. I still feel bad. You know I do, and you feel the same way. Like you feel like you bring it up too much.
Way.
People are like, "Why are you still talking about this?"
But it makes sense. No, yeah.
To us, yeah.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, all our friends. Yeah. But
it doesn't need to be every day.
We should talk about it more. For us. Which I think will help us kind of recover and process and move on in a healthy way.
Yeah. But finding a balance between doing that and not dumping everything onto other people.
Sure.
Which I feel like I do sometimes.
It's fine. Yeah.
Fascinating. Go ahead.
What is the pain in me you wish you could heal?
You know what I'm going to say. Okay, a couple things. Right off the bat, your breakup and how that's still affecting you now. That, and then all the toxic friendships you've been a part of that I know you don't talk about that much anymore because there's other stuff on your mind, but I know because I feel the same way, it still affects you. You still think about it all the time. You're like, wow, I can't believe my brain works this way now because of my relationship with that person, how it really scarred me, how it really, you know, I feel the same way. I think about it a lot more than I would like to. So I know that.
Yeah.
And you've had several instances that I think have made you super strong, but also still affect you more than you would like. Yes.
Yeah, it's the same for you.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest one. If we weren't siblings, do you think we would be friends? Why or why not? I've thought about this a lot.
You have?
I'm going to wait for you. I'm going to let you go.
It must make me sad. Yes. I don't think we'd...
You don't have to say yes.
No, but I think we would. I don't think we'd be best friends. Right? If you weren't my sibling, but you were on this campus, I'd be like, oh, they're so cool. You know? I totally want to get coffee with them and get to know them and just pick their brain and, you know. Yeah. I don't think we'd be.
Really? No, I mean wanting to pick my brain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cute.
But the way you carry yourself and, just the comments that you make and the friends that you have and the people that you attract speaks volumes to you as a person. And people can see that, that you're just a positive and intelligent and insightful person.
Thank you.
And that's, yeah. What would you have said?
I don't know. I thought about this a lot, like back when we weren't so tight. And this is not what I feel now. So it sounds awful, but I'd be like, I think if we weren't siblings, we wouldn't be friends. Well, I would say that when we were younger. Because, I don't know. It is hard to think about. It's painful to think about. Because obviously I'm glad that we are, and I don't wish that we weren't. Parker.
Go on.
We are very different.
Yeah.
And this is more of a reflection on me. If I saw you walking around, I don't know if I'd, And I don't want to say that's because you're not authentic, but like.
No, I know.
I care about you and I love you. A lot.
I know.
But obviously our relationship and our friendship is so heavily based in the fact that, not heavily based, but has grown so much and is so strong, is the way it is because of all we've gone through, because we're siblings. A friend hasn't gone through what we've gone through religiously or friendship-wise or at home. Mm-hmm. But I can say that our relationship is based now more than ever in friendship, more than it is just like ease, like situation. I guess we're siblings. I guess we, I guess we gotta like hang out with each other. Like, no, we enjoy it. And there's like a solid basis of friendship there, which is important. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what my answer is, but I like what we got.
That's complicated.
Yeah.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'll probably need it. I'm impressed I haven't cried yet.
Yeah. Ugh. How are we doing?
You're good. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Go waterproof mascara.
Take a sec. Ooh. If for some reason I lost all my memory, what's the first thing you'd tell me about us?
Right after I said I wasn't gonna cry. So the thought of that obviously scares me. And also I just said, like, the reason why we're so close is because we've gone through so much of similar experiences together. But, putain. Like I said at the very beginning, you're my sister, you're my big sister, and I love you. That's it. And I wouldn't hit all, like, I'm really imagining this as a realistic scenario. I wouldn't hit all the
coma.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on?
I wouldn't hit all the heady stuff until we had a basis of friendship. But it would be different. It would be different because you wouldn't be coming into it with your own knowledge of what happened. Mm-hmm. I think I would want to tell you. I don't think I would want to keep it from you.
That we're siblings?
No, that we went through all that together. Because part of me, when I first heard the question was, actually, I don't know if I would tell her. She would have such a better life if she didn't.
We'll get to the other stuff. Okay.
All right. Ouchie. Ooh. I need to shake it off a little bit. What do you feel is our greatest misunderstanding, and how can we overcome it? Are you,
What?
Well, queer stuff.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna yeah.
And that general umbrella. And I think I maybe need to give you more credit But a lot of the time, I'm just frustrated by the fact that I don't think I can fully express myself.
Yeah.
To anyone, but let alone to my sister, and let alone to my straight cis sister, you know?
Because I don't feel like we talk about it that much.
No.
So maybe there's just a large potential for misunderstanding there.
Well, also because it's something I'm hesitant to talk to you about. Or in the way I think about it, I'm like, oh, it's not going to be a productive conversation because she's just not going to get it.
That is how you think about it?
Yeah. And then if I have other people that, you know, have been through similar experiences to me, then I'm like, oh, obviously it would be like a more productive conversation if I could talk to them about it and I didn't have to like explain terms or, you know, it's like less like laborious for me.
Sure. Well, I want to know and I want to understand more, and I know that I just innately will never be able to fully understand.
Does that frustrate you though?
Yeah, for sure. And I do read and, you know, try to inform myself as best that I can. But I also feel self-conscious sometimes talking to you about it because I'm worried that I'm gonna mess up or say something wrong.
I feel that too all the time with other people that I know. If I'm having a conversation about anything related to queer anything, you know, I'm very hesitant to, because I always think I'm gonna get something wrong. But
I want to know. I want to talk to you more about that and learn as much as I can to just be informed for you so that I can be a better resource and help for you.
I also don't want you to take it personally if I don't come to you about that kind of thing. Because there are other things that I would come to you about.
No, I totally get that.
But, you know, they're like sometimes different.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
No, and that's good too. I would never, above all else, I would never want to force you or make you feel like, again, just because we're related, that you would have to come to me for anything. Yeah.
But it takes time, like, for us to get to the place where I would be comfortable telling you anything about that.
Yeah.
You know, like we'd need to build up to it. It's not, oh, one day we start having this kind of conversations and the next day, like, you're my go-to person for this kind of subject. But.
Yeah.
Good.
That was a good one.
What?
Why am I in your life?
Why you look at me like that?
I'm not looking at you any type of way.
The easy answer is because you've always been. Always. I was even, okay, because I have these conversations with my friends all the time, which is kind of weird, but we were just talking the other day, like, this is so awful. Who's, like, of your family, whose death do you think would affect you the most? Which is an awful thing to think about, and I immediately started crying, obviously. Or I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't want to think about it, but I said you. Because, like, how on earth would I navigate everything? Even though I don't turn to you for everything, how would I want to live in a world without you? I don't. So, more practically, you're still in my life because of college and because of our close nuclear family and because of all the ways in which we understand each other more than other people because of our shared experiences. How does that make you feel? I don't know.
Yeah, good. I feel the same way. The exact same way. Even though I don't come to you for everything.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're there. And knowing that you love and support me regardless of our built-in relationship. Because we're working on our friendship, but it is there and I am secure in it and I'm so grateful for it. That just knowing that it's there is the biggest comfort and the biggest reassurance all the time. All the time. Yeah.
I love you a lot.
I love you more.
What makes us family?
Our shared experiences that I don't think anyone else could ever understand. Just us being willing to do anything for each other ever. For anything. Us putting each other first in a lot of ways. Knowing that we're there. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
That's okay.
But I don't feel the way I feel about you about anyone else.
No.
Not even close. It's just different. Physically different, obviously. But the emotions and the respect and just care I have for you, words can't describe how I feel about just wanting to do everything for you all the time and making sure you're safe and cared for. I know it's because we're related, but it's also because we're not. It's because I admire you so much and love you more than anything. I think that's what that means. What about you?
I think what makes us family is also growing up in the same tiny room together and then making you move out. I think about our little apartment all the time because it's just so synonymous with our little family for me. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why does that get me? I don't know.
Because it's hard being far from our family.
Yeah. What makes us family now is also, being far from our family.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Yeah.
We should call them more often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaydin here from The Skin Deep. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to have more meaningful conversations, please make sure to check out the relationship card game. You can find it at theskindeep.com/shop. Thank you.